You go first.
All right. So, Charles, last podcast episode, might have been a few weeks ago, we spoke about our top offline marketing strategies. And I think your number one might have been physical products.
Yeah, promotional items and custom printed clothing.
I
wonder why.
I wonder why. And I know why. That's because you've got first-hand experience and you see it every single day and you know how good it is.
And
right?
because it works.
It
is
works.
The number one investment every company in Australia should engage in.
And just as a little, by way of a testimonial, I've got your pens and they are a hit in the office.
Oh,
they are fantastic. They're beautifully printed. They're durable. I haven't broken many of the, the little tag that you
yes.
pin it on.
They snap off. Yes.
And I abuse those as well. I pull on them. They don't break. They're very good.
Good.
Very good quality. And they never run out. That's what I found. The pens don't run out.
Oh, I have to remedy that. They must run out.
No,
I need reorders.
It's like the never-ending box of Tim Tams. Anyway. So my number one offline strategy, and this is by a big margin for me, is having a referral system in place to attract more clients to your business. Now, if you run a practice firm or a business, you're going to want to listen closely to this. So perhaps you're a lawyer, accountant, financial planner. This is what you need to know about generating more referrals from your happy clients. Okay. So we know that referred clients spend more. They're easy to deal with. They're more agreeable to your advice. They're more profitable. They stay with you longer. And they're also 3 times more likely to refer others to you. There's your stats. And the reason for this simply comes down to the most important ingredient in a business relationship, which is trust. And the trust that you can deliver the outcome that the new client is seeking to solve that problem that they've got. So when someone's referred to you by someone they already trust, then they've now got proof. They've already got proof, real life proof, that you're an expert and you can be trusted. So we know that not all referrals are great, but the large majority of them are. But that also, there's a varying degree of quality, and that's the same with service providers. So my belief is if you're doing a great job for your clients, then you deserve to be compensated for that. You deserve to get more of the market share. So the dynamics of generating a referral, or generating a client through advertising versus the dynamics of someone that's been referred, are very different. It's a very different shift in positioning. And it works, which works heavily in favour of the service provider who gets those clients through the referral, generating systems that they've got in place. And advertising, we know it's very costly. It needs regular attention, a lot of refinement. You and I both advertise quite a lot. We know this. A lot of optimization. There's a lot of agencies out there. Some people go from agency to agency like they're going from restaurant to restaurant. Getting burned here and there. It happens, but there's a lot of dollars that have to be invested to try and get advertising to work for you. And it's not to say, don't use advertising. Advertising certainly works, but I don't do any advertising for my clients until they've got referral systems in place because it's the low-hanging fruit. It doesn't cost anything, and it's full of upside. So I'm going to give you an overview of what a referral system actually looks like to double the amount of referrals you get from your existing clients. Now, that's assuming today that you're already getting some organically, which if you're doing a great job for your clients, I know you are, Charles, you're going to get some organic referrals from that. And that means that you are classed as referable, right?
A very quick word. My name is Charles. I run an agency called Cubic Promote. We are the leading supplier of promotional products and uniforms in Australia and also in New Zealand. We supply to 3,000 organizations on any given year. If you're looking for a reliable partner to supply you with merchandise for your office or uniforms for your organization, trust us, Cubic Promote. And now back to the show.
So let's jump in and let's chat about that. So now, a lot of professionals who do a great job for their clients, but they wonder why they don't get more referrals. There's a lot of professionals, a lot of businesses out there that do a great job, and they wonder why do I only get a bit of word of mouth here or there? It happens organically. Well, there's actually 4 major reasons why happy clients don't refer. First is that they don't know that you actually want referrals. So one of my click counting clients, he's a partner at a small to mid-tier firm, wonderful guy. He actually told his clients to stop referring to him at one point. So he was able to sort of control the flow because his client book was probably at 110%.
It's not as linear as he makes it sound. You can't actually control the flow, but carry on.
To a degree, if you know who's referring you, you can say to them, yes or no. Yeah. So he's now thankfully solved that problem because he's only got his client book is probably 100, 150 people deep. So he's in contact with a lot of people in that. And he's thankfully solved that staffing issue for the most part. So he's now able to go back to those clients and he said to them, hey, start referring people my way. All of a sudden it's like a tap.
Yeah.
And he's just getting an influx of people coming to him. So the first thing is to make sure that your clients know that you want referrals.
He must be a very charming man. Over and above, I'm sure he's good at his job, but to be able to say, oh, no, I got too much business. And then the next day, say, you know what? I'm ready for business now. He must have been such a smooth talker.
Well, I wouldn't say he's a smooth talker. He's just very good at what he does. And he knows that if he takes on too much work, he's going to dilute that quality.
Of course.
That he's going to deliver.
Of course.
Now,
I'm going to talk about something on that topic later as well. But carry
excellent.
on.
Good. I want to hear it. So the second major reason why happy clients don't refer is that they don't actually know who to refer to you, right? So I'll give you a scenario. And I want you to picture this. You're at a big shopping centre. Let's say you're at a Westfield, for instance, and you hear an announcement over the speaker and it says, missing child, please keep an eye out, okay? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself at that point, gee, I hope they find this kid. I hope he's okay, blah, 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 blah. And you might be, a little bit more attentive to the people around you, but it'll probably pass pretty quickly in terms of, your thought process. You're going about your day. But picture this. What if the announcement said to you, missing child, young boy, 6 years of age, Caucasian appearance, slim build, black pants, plain blue T-shirt, and red hair. Now, what happens now in your search for that boy?
Is that riding a bicycle? So you'd be looking at, your direction would be where your head is at.
Yep.
So the body follows the head. So riding a bike.
Yep. So you've now got a picture. You've created a mental picture of what this kid looks like. You're way more likely to go, that's him right there.
Yeah.
And you're going to be scanning around. You're going to be a lot more attentive because you know what the cues you're going to be looking out for. That red hair is going to stand out like a sore thumb, right? And it's the same that applies with referrals. If you want a certain type of client, you've got to paint that picture for your clients. They need to know exactly who you want to deal with. And for instance, let's say you're a family lawyer, for example, you might specialize in helping men or women who are recently separated and who are concerned about the custody and well-being of their children, and they're located within the lower North Shore of Sydney. Let's say your firm or practice is based down there. Then, you can even go to a more granular level of detail with that. It just depends on who you're looking for. But the point is, you've got to paint that picture for your clients. These are the types of people to send my way. The third reason why they don't refer is, let's picture this. You're at a family barbecue, right? Family barbecue, you've invited some friends, it's a birthday as well. And one of your clients there, they overhear someone saying something along the lines of, a customer of mine is threatening to sue me, right? Your client hears that, their ears prick up and they go, hey, John, you should talk to my solicitor. He's great with those matters, right? And it's probably left right there. It's a passing comment. It's word of mouth. It's probably left right there. And John might respond, or that the person might respond and say, well, yeah, thanks, mate. I should get in touch with them. Chances are it goes nowhere.
Those two messages specifically can easily be transferred into a billboard advertisement, or nowadays a social media advertisement or an AdWord where you're simply posing the question and then pushing it out there. No, we are looking for a boy with a red hair.
Yep.
He's gone missing. Have you seen such a boy? It's easily can be transferred into a billboard.
Easily, 100%. And you're calling out specifically who you want. So it's much easier for people. You're sifting through those that you don't want, and that's the process. You're sort of chipping away.
Yeah.
But what if your client says something like this instead? They go, hey, John, my solicitor's great with those types of matters, saved our bacon, saved our business a couple of years ago, et cetera. I'll put you in touch with him. What's your email address? So one step further than just saying, my solicitor's great, you should talk to him. You actually put them in contact with that person. And then on Monday morning, you send the email straight across. That potential client CC'd in, the introduction's made, it goes forth from there.
Yeah.
And then the fourth and final major reason why happy clients don't refer is they don't know why they should refer people to you. We're all human beings. We've all got an element of self-centeredness about us. That's just the nature.
Some more than others.
Some more than others, all to varying degrees. we want to know what's in it for us. What's the benefit for us? Now, in most professional services settings, a fee for referral is not appropriate. And in some industries, it's actually forbidden. Please check your jurisdiction and you on ethical grounds, because there are certain rules that prevent it for some industries. But if it isn't the case for you and you want to incentivize with money and gifts, pre-gifting is an option that you can do. So you can send a nice letter which says something like, it talks about the importance of referrals.
Pre-gifting promotional items and corporate
Absolutely.
gifting. I wonder who could supply something like that. Maybe I've heard cubicpromote.com.au could do that.
They're very, very good. Five-star review for them. They're very, very good. I love their pens. Did I mention that? You could say in the letter something like, how important referrals are to the success of the business and the ongoing success of clients. Then you can talk about the types of people you want referred to. So you paint that picture for them. Then you talk about the process of referring, the email. And then finally, why they should refer to you. Here is a beautiful gift, or, restaurant voucher, something like that they can take advantage of in advance of referrals, as an advance thank you for doing that. So, but yeah, as I said, make sure you check your rules and regulations before you go ahead and do gifting, because, it can be contrary to those. But the bottom line is, there are ways in which you can emphasize the importance of referrals to your business and to the success of your clients in a non-sales, in a very gentle way.
So I love all of those ideas, especially number 4. It really resonates with me. Wink, wink. To me, it's the medium that's always been the hard part. So I mentioned that we could put it on billboards and other items. And on a previous podcast, I talked about how every single person in your company is effectively a marketer, but they don't see themselves as a marketer. So I guess the challenge for a marketing department, or perhaps an owner of any small business, medium, or even a larger business, is how do you get a team member who might be operating directly with a customer to push out those messages? Now, number 4 can easily be done, because that can be centralized into the marketing person or marketing function, and they could just do their thing. But the other ones require a genuine conversation. And truth be told, I think a lot of accountants or a lot of service providers, they're just such experts in what they do that this conversation becomes confronting to them. What do you think? Do you feel that's a thing where a conversation like that scares people? And if it does, what are some of the things that a marketer could do to speak to their team, the servicing team, the person actually doing the job, on just lessening the friction?
Lessening the friction, yeah, definitely. There's a couple of things you can do. So when you sign on a new client, and this is what I teach all of my clients to do, when they sign on a new client, they should spell out during the onboarding phase that when and only when I deliver X result for you, so whatever that result is, whether it's a positive this or fixing that, I will kindly ask you to refer me to 1 or 2 other business owners, whatever it might be. So you're not actually asking for the referral in that instance. You're just planting a seed, right? And it's a lot easier conversation to say when and only when this occurs. And if you have that as part of your process, then from day one, that client or new customer that you've acquired knows this person wants referrals. This is who I'm going to refer them to. This is how I'm going to refer them. And this is why I should do it.
So put it like you said, like a process, like a tick box. So you, as a marketing person or the company, you say to your team, okay, so when we onboard a new customer, we need these 4 or 5 things to be done. Number 1, introduce yourself, a bit about yourself, your background, your area of expertise, and then talk about, obviously ask the appropriate questions about where the customer is at, what are their aspirations, what do they hope to get out of the relationship. But also, as the next tick box is planting the seed. Have you planted the seed? And tick the tick box, and then hopefully with that muscle, then it gets easier over time.
Absolutely, it is like a muscle. You've got to exercise it. Absolutely. The other thing is put it in your newsletters. Put it down the bottom of your newsletters or somewhere in your signature, and say, referrals are very important to the success of our business and our clients. The success of the client depends on how well the business is going. So put that in your little signature and say who you want to be referred to. And you could say something like, the best compliment that we receive is when people refer clients to us.
We put that on our email footer. Actually, our current email footer doesn't have it. That reminds me, I have to change it. But for most of the year, our email footer at the bottom had the words, we're a small Australian business. Referrals mean so much to us, and we appeal to the goodwill. Please let your friends and family know that we are a leading supplier of promotional items and custom branded clothing.
It's great.
Yeah. So,
and even if you wanted to take that a step further, because I know that you run some offers on your website and through your advertising, sometimes you'll gift people a gift card, that kind of thing. You could even attach that to the referral process and say, you'll get a gift card and so will the person coming on board.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no worries. And if you wanted to learn a bit more about that, I've got if you want access to a training video which goes into a lot more detail of actually how to set out and create, a step-by-step recipe and a step-by-step process for referral generation, head over to the website, realtimeresults.com.au/referrals. Drop your details in there and I'll send the video straight across.
We'll put it on the link down the bottom as well.
Perfect. Thanks, Charles.
Thank you for sharing. All right.